Few American political figures have experienced as much scrutiny and controversy as Hillary Diane Rodham Clinton. Over more than
Hillary
5
Clinton's
decades,
life
she has been a
ultimately
lawyer,
represents a
advocate,
remarkable
First Lady,
mixture of
Senator,
achievement,
Secretary of
controversy,
State, and
ambition,
presidential
and
candidate.
resilience.
Her
She
career
rose
has
from
been
a
marked by
politically
historic
conservative
achievements,
childhood in
but
suburban
also by
Illinois
scandals
to
that
become
repeatedly
America's
placed her
first
judgment
lady,
and
a
political
U.S.
relationships
senator,
under
Secretary of
intense public
State, and the
examination.
first woman
One of the
nominated for
biggest
president by a
controversies
major
emerged from
American political
Clinton's use of
party.
a private
To her
email
supporters,
server while
she is a
serving as Secretary of
trailblazer who
State
spent
from
decades
2009
advancing
to
women's rights,
2013.
children's
Instead of
welfare,
using
and public
only an
service.
official
To
government
her
email
critics,
account,
she
she conducted
represents
official
political establishment
correspondence through
power
a
and has
private
faced
server
persistent
located at her
questions
home.
about
Critics
transparency and
accused her
judgment.
of violating
Whatever one's
record-keeping
political
rules
views,
and
Hillary
mishandling
Clinton
classified
remains one of the
information.
most
The
influential
FBI
and
concluded that
polarizing
she had been
figures in
extremely
modern
careless
American.
but did not recommend criminal charges. Nevertheless, the controversy became a major issue during her 2016 presidential campaign and damaged public confidence in her. Clinton also faced intense criticism over the 2012 Benghazi attack in Libya, in which U.S. Ambassador J. Christopher Stevens and 3 other Americans were killed. Congressional Republicans conducted several investigations into the State Department's handling of security requests and the administration's public explanation of the attack. Although Clinton faced extensive questioning, investigations did not establish that she personally caused the attack or committed a crime. The Clinton Foundation generated another controversy. Critics questioned whether donations from foreign governments, wealthy individuals, and corporations created conflicts of interest while Clinton was Secretary of State. The Clintons denied that donations influenced government policy, and investigations did not result in criminal charges against Hillary Clinton. Her financial relationship with corporations also became controversial during the 2016 presidential campaign. After leaving the State Department, Clinton accepted large speaking fees from corporations and financial institutions, including Goldman Sachs. Progressive Democrats, particularly supporters of Bernie Sanders, accused her of being too close to Wall Street. Her reluctance to release transcripts of some speeches intensified the criticism. These controversies followed earlier scandals from the 1990s. The Whitewater investigation examined a real estate investment involving Hillary and Bill Clinton and their associates. Several associates were convicted of crimes, but neither Hillary nor Bill Clinton was charged with criminal wrongdoing in the matter. Travelgate, involving the dismissal of White House Travel Office employees, also led to investigations into Hillary's role, although she was not criminally prosecuted. Earlier, her unusually successful cattle futures investment attracted allegations of improper assistance, but no official finding established wrongdoing. Despite these controversies, Hillary Clinton's rise to the highest levels of American public life was extraordinary. Hillary Diane Rodham was born on October 26, 1947, in Chicago, Illinois, to Hugh Ellsworth Rodham and Dorothy Emma Howell Rodham. Her father was a Republican businessman who owned a successful textile and drapery business, while her mother was a homemaker who encouraged her children to value education and independence. Hillary was the eldest of 3 children and grew up with her younger brothers, Hugh Rodham Jr. and Anthony Tony Rodham. When she was 3, the family moved to Park Ridge, Illinois. She became an ambitious and active student, participating in Girl Scouts, sports, music, and community activities. Raised in a devout Methodist family, Hillary was heavily involved in her church's youth programs. Her early political views were influenced by her father's conservative Republican beliefs. In 1964, she supported Republican presidential candidate Barry Goldwater. Her political outlook gradually changed during college as she became increasingly involved in civil rights and social justice issues. In 1965, Hillary entered Wellesley College, where she studied political science. she became president of the Wellesley College Government Association and gained national attention in 1969 when she became the first student in the college's history selected as a commencement speaker by her classmates. Her speech received a standing ovation. She then attended Yale Law School, graduating in 1973. At Yale, she developed a strong interest in children's rights and family law. She also met Bill Clinton, who would become her husband and lifelong political partner. After law school, Hillary worked as a staff attorney for the Children's Defense Fund. In 1974, she joined the U.S. Judiciary Committee's impeachment inquiry staff during the Watergate investigation. She later taught law at the University of Arkansas and became the first female partner at the Rose Law Firm. Hillary married Bill Clinton on October 11, 1975, in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Their daughter, Chelsea Clinton, was born in 1980. When Bill became governor of Arkansas, Hillary served as First Lady and became deeply involved in education and children's issues. She chaired the Arkansas Education Standards Committee and helped establish organizations supporting children and families. In 1993, Hillary entered the White House when Bill Clinton became president. Unlike many previous First Ladies, she played an active role in government policy. She chaired the Task Force on National Health Care Reform and maintained an office in the West Wing. Although the administration's original health care plan failed, her later advocacy contributed to the creation of the state Children's Health Insurance Program, expanding health coverage for millions of American children. She also became a leading international advocate for women's rights. At the 1995 United Nations World Conference on Women in Beijing, she delivered her famous declaration that women's rights are human rights. Her White House years, however, were overshadowed by the Monica Lewinsky scandal. In 1998, Bill Clinton admitted to an inappropriate relationship with White House intern Monica Lewinsky. The scandal subjected the couple's marriage to intense international scrutiny. Hillary remained with her husband and later acknowledged the pain caused by the affair and the counseling they undertook to repair their relationship. After leaving the White House in 2001, Hillary made history by becoming the first former First Lady elected to the U.S. Senate. Representing New York until 2009, she worked on health care, national security, education, and economic development, and supported recovery efforts following the September 11th attacks. She first sought the Democratic presidential nomination in 2008, but lost to Barack Obama. Obama later appointed her Secretary of State, a position she held from 2009 to 2013. As America's 67th Secretary of State, Clinton traveled extensively and promoted what she called smart power, combining diplomacy, international partnerships, and other forms of American influence. In 2016, Clinton returned to presidential politics and became the first woman nominated for president by a major American political party. She faced Republican nominee Donald Trump in the general election. Clinton won the popular vote by millions of ballots, but lost the Electoral College, making Trump president. After the election, Clinton remained active as an author, speaker, advocate, and academic. She published several books, including Living History, Hard Choices, and What Happened. She also became involved in media and educational projects while continuing to advocate for women, children, and democratic institutions. Her achievements have earned her numerous honors. In 2025, President Joe Biden awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She has also received the Liberty Medal, a Grammy Award for the spoken word recording of It Takes a Village, and induction into the National Women's Hall of Fame. She has received honorary academic degrees and served as Chancellor of Queen's University, Belfast. Financially, Hillary and Bill Clinton substantially increased their wealth after leaving the White House. They departed in 2001 facing significant legal expenses and financial obligations, but later earned millions through books, speaking engagements, and other professional activities. Their combined wealth has been estimated in the hundreds of millions of dollars, although exact figures vary by source. The couple owns valuable homes, including their longtime residence in Chappaqua, New York, purchased in 1999, and a Washington, D.C. home acquired in 2000. Through their daughter Chelsea and her husband Mark Mizvinsky, they have 3 grandchildren, Charlotte, Aiden, and Jasper. Hillary Clinton's life ultimately represents a remarkable mixture of achievement, controversy, ambition, and resilience. She rose from a politically conservative childhood in suburban Illinois to become America's First Lady, a U.S. Senator, Secretary of State, and the first woman nominated for president by a major American political party. To her supporters, she is a trailblazer who spent decades advancing women's rights, children's welfare, and public service. To her critics, she represents political establishment power and has faced persistent questions about transparency and judgment. Whatever one's political views, Hillary Clinton remains one of the most influential and polarizing figures in modern American history.